Now, complete high school football coverage. This is 10 Sports First and 10. Brought to you by these sponsors.
Welcome to the big show, everybody. Week 12 of First and 10. It's a crazy time of year in sports in general. Postseason football overlapping with hoops. So my first thought, Space Jam, a new legacy, as we're seeing that in some of our brackets this year as well. I may live in a hole in the ground, but we still get TNT, which means how about Allie from Allegheny? She's a hit on any channel. Our First and 10 web guru, keeping everything ship-shape as we begin postseason play, so check it out. Meantime, our Game of the Week, a tradition-rich program beginning a return, a program on the rise in Vinton. Eric Johnson is here to join me. It's been a process, Eric, for both of these schools to get to this point.
It has been. It's been a long time for William Byrd. 7 years since hosting a playoff game. First time since moving to Class 3. We know what both of these offenses are capable of, so it would be a matter of whose defense could make a difference. Of course, William Byrd fired up to be returning to the postseason, and it showed against Pulaski County. Opening kickoff, Walter Barrows taking the ball inside the 20, gets the edge, and see ya! Off to the promised land, 7-0 William Byrd in the lead. The Terriers' defense was like a leaf, all day strong, all day long. The pressure gets to the quarterback, allows John Kiker to get the interception across the middle. Later in the quarter, Israel Hairston faking the handoff, finds some room, and just like Campbell's soup, it's good. 58-yard touchdown score, 21-0 Terriers leading. Pulaski County trying to strike something up. Bryant Nottingham to Isaiah Odell, and oh, happy day. Look at this big game to get into Byrd territory. It led to this. Austin Gallimore, short touchdown run. Terriers led 28-7 at halftime. Second half, after both teams traded turnovers, the Cougars cashing in late yet again. Nottingham, 29-yard dart to Marcus Reed, but not enough tonight. William Byrd countered with another Braden Andrews touchdown run. Signed, sealed, delivered, and the Terriers are yours. They win it 45-21. Congrats to them, and congrats to the referee, Mr. Simmons, possibly his last game in what's been a 26-year career.
Defense as a core played really, really well. Pulaski's a fantastic football team, and on top of that, they're a great rushing team. So to be able to limit them like we did tonight was a big deal.
We practiced confident, we played confident. The O-line played great today. The whole team played great. The coaches called great. We're confident, so we know what we can do.
Free your mind, let your feet do the work. Don't think, don't play cloudy, don't make mistakes. Just run to the football, fly around, make plays. So that was the mindset coming into the game.
Couldn't have asked for a better way to start the playoffs than earning a home win. Just a few mistakes, but not many tonight from William Byrd, winning its first postseason game under Coach Lutz. Appy?
All right, Eric, in Region 3D, last year's finalists, two more proud programs, Lord Botetourt and Christiansburg, both return to the bracket. Both are in action tonight. We're going to start in Daleville, Virginia, and have a look-see. LB shorthanded, no starting quarterback, no starting wide receiver due to injuries, no head coach Jamie Harless, no comment from Lord Botetourt. And after all the no's, I need a yes, Eric. And I got a yes from Tristan Overbay. He said, yes, Mr. Epicello, I'm going 50 yards for 6 right there, and LB has the lead 7-3. Not long after, Bassett quarterback David Cook going to try and throw a screen pass, picked off by defensive lineman Keyshawn Anderson. The big fella hauls it in. That sets up Overbay again, who, by the way, says, sure, Mr. Apicello, here's another yes. Direct snap touchdown, 14-3. Another turnover and a defensive score for LB. Anderson would tip the ball up front. Cody McConaughey, catch and score. Just like that, it is 21-3. Lord Botetourt would roll from there. 42-10 is your final this evening. What about Christiansburg? Well, they were hosting the Abingdon Falcons tonight in Region 3D. Here we go. First quarter, Christiansburg started quick, scoring twice. Xavier Joplin taking this one between the tackles. Couple of nice blocks, walking on in for the touchdown after that big block. And Christiansburg is in control. After that, 2.5 quarters became a defensive battle, both teams not giving up any points. Then in the fourth, the Blue Demons got the spark they needed. Defensive back Isaiah Cotto picking off the Falcons quarterback Lucas Honecker right there at midfield. 2 plays later, Joplin again using his feet, and this is a 50-yard scamper and score to seal the game. Christiansburg tops Abingdon 26-3 tonight to advance. Last night, top-seeded Warriors of Magna Vista rolled over Stanton River. That was 35-13. So as we go to the bracket, you will see Magna Vista and Christiansburg in a 1-4 matchup, and Botetourt and William Byrd in a rematch of the Blue Ridge District Slugfest that was won by Byrd 16-0 earlier this year. To Region 4D now, and the postseason runs through Salem. It's been that way for the 2 decades I've been doing this, and it predates me by at least a generation. Tonight, the Spartans' run begins anew. Liberty Bealton drew the short straw, if you will, and had to take on Salem. Here we go. Peyton Lewis up the gut. Huge hole. Those mules up front doing the job. 7-0 Salem early. Ring the touchdown bell. Salem on the move. More Lewis. Watch him turn the corner. The need for speed. This young man is rambling and rolling 38 yards inside the 10. First and goal Salem. Coach Don Holter. Well, you know what? If it's not broke, we're not fixing it. More Peyton Lewis. 8-yard touchdown going up the gut. And yeah, look at the skills on this young man. 14-0 Salem. Still first quarter. Eli Taylor to Jalen Allen. Little screen game. And yeah, great block. He'll take it the distance. Salem 55-7 is your final. Staying in Region 4D, GW Danville's the 7 at JF, the 2 seed. Third quarter, Cavaliers up 10-0 inside the 30. Josiah Bell to Damian Williams up the middle. But we've got a loose ball. GW's Joshua Pritchett with hands on it, recovered by JF's Samuel Hammersmith. Eagles down 13-0. Nehemiah Cable dropping back. That's downfield. Ishmael Myers dragged down at the 30. Then a handoff to Jaden Glenn. Finds an opening up the middle. He'll take it 20 yards for the touchdown. But early in the fourth, the Cavaliers 13-6. Josiah Bell, they know him as the Moose. He will take it. He will keep it. Our photographer is tricked, but will nonetheless figure it out because he's coming right at him. Look out right there. There's a touchdown. JF 20-13 to advance. Sherando at EC Glass. The Hilltoppers are the 3. The Warriors are the 6. First quarter, Hilltoppers up 3-0. Sherando's Micah Carlson going back, going deep to Benjamin Smith. That is a 40-yard throw and catch. Next play, Samuel Ridings. He's going to air it out, but Aaron Broggan with the jump and the pick right there to end the threat. Glass's ball, handoff Tavion Carter. We've seen this talented young man going left, but watch right here as they gang tackle him. Ball is out, recovered by the Warriors. Early seconds, still 3-3. Maxwell Callaway. Quick throw to Michael Thomas. That's a touchdown. EC Glass got rolling from there. 38-30. Your final, they advance. As we go to the bracket, Salem's going to get Hanley in their next game at Salem Stadium, and it's a JF Glass rematch of a Seminole District showdown from earlier this year. We're about to go old school. I was famous before the internet. Since 1935, I've been getting respect. Speaking of respect, you have respect. You have to respect the Star City rivalry. And this year, we get a take 2, if you can believe it. The Cougars are seeking and finding said respect after a 9-win regular season. And the Highlanders have been cornering that for a decade or more. First and 10 returns right after this. We are back with a rematch we usually have to wait a year to get. The Patriots, top seed in Region 5C, get rival William Fleming again tonight. Star City rivalry renewed. Let's get on out there and have a look at it. William Fleming, they have been playing some good football. Malachi Coleman taking the ball. Look at him, Book. He's looking back at defenders. They can't get to him. Colonels take a 7-0 lead later in the second. How about Jasir Preston? Ding, 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 da, da, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. How quick is he to avoid trouble? and Fleming would go on to score on the drive. It was 14-0. Here come the Patriots. Koali Carter answers for the Patriots, blasting downfield past the Fleming defense, getting them down to the red zone, and he's going to finish this one off himself. He's coming in, and we've got a 14-7 game. But Fleming would finish the second quarter with a field goal. They led 17-7 at the break, and they never gave up the lead. 23-16. The Colonels pull off the upset. That said, here's a look at your bracket, because I know now you're dying to know what's going to happen. Well, William Fleming's going to go play Douglas Freeman. They are 8-3 out of the Colonial. Meantime, Mills Godwin has advanced as a 7 as well. This is a really interesting bracket. Eric, I'll be honest, that surprised me a little bit, and frankly, this has surprised me a little bit too.
Of course,
Allegheny and Rustburg have played out of their minds this year. Congratulations to both of them. They're talented, and they put it all together, and it's fun to watch them go against each other.
It is, and we were at the camp for Allegheny. A lot of athletes. Rustburg, much of the same. A lot of dynamic playmakers all coming together tonight. A blue-collar working mentality for both of these teams. Let's get you to the highlights of this one. We are high above the historic Booty Albert Stadium. Look at it in all its glory. We'll pick it up in the second quarter. It's a 7-6 ball game when Des Jordan finds Purcell Turner, goes up, hauls in the 25-yard touchdown, 14-6 Cougars. Next Covington possession. Jordan sells the play action fake, goes over the top. Hunter Knighton, 40-yard score, 21-6 Cougars. They're trying to say night-night as they set off plenty of fireworks in the first half, but the Red Devils took a while to get going, but look at this, making that 2-hour drive worthwhile. Marshawn Rosser, 48 yards to pay dirt, cutting the lead to 21-12. He had 4 TDs on the night, 3 of them rushing. How about the older brother, Marquavion Rosser? He also had a big night, 26-21, when he bounces to the outside for the 20-yard carry, sets up his own touchdown plunge right here. It's 32-21 Rustburg.
They are so physical.
How about a 5-point game late? Marquavion putting the Cougars away, 46-yard touchdown. 40-27 Rustburg as Allegheny would tack on a safety late, but the Red Devils rolling into Lynchburg next week with the 40-29 win.
It means a lot, not just for me, but for my guys. I mean, we've been prepping for this the whole season, and we just had to show how to play.
Wow. What do you say about that? Yeah, at your favorite term, rolling balls of butcher knives, right?
Yeah, and that's exactly that young man, and they are so physical up front.
They are.
The line play, definitely.
They're tough to beat.
Yeah, that was definitely quite a showing.
It was.
All right, we've got scores for you. How about our Region 3C? Liberty Christian, this shouldn't surprise anyone. They took care of Fluvanna 56-6. Meantime, Turner Ashby has eliminated Heritage 26-14. So let's take a look at the 3C bracket. LCA and Rustburg is a rematch. Now, first time around, that was a 41-0 LCA win. We'll see if they can turn the tables a little bit. They are rolling in Spotswood and Turner Ashby in the other half of the bracket. All right, I've been anticipating the Region 2C bracket more than most. History tells us one thing, but I feel like there's a power shift in this bracket at this level. So let's keep that in mind. We're looking at Patrick County at Glenver. Patrick comes in the 6, Glenver the 3. Early interception right there. Carl Muse the takeaway in the second quarter to keep Patrick off the board. Glenver converts the turnover into points. Cooper Mullins is in, and Glenver is in control. The Cougars, Easton Harris trying to fire up the offense, finding Jermaine Penn right here. Caught these guys last week at James River. This is a tough bunch. They play physical as well. First down and more. Highlanders trying to put up another touchdown before the half. Reed Hutchinson comes up about a half-yard short right there. Yeah, they want the touchdown. They didn't get it. And then Glenver basically hurries up but couldn't get it in before the half. Does not matter. 56-0. This one, all Highlanders this evening. All right, Radford, the Bobcats, still undefeated. 63-0 tonight. Appo playing good ball. They roll over Chatham. And then perhaps the game of the night, Gretna and Floyd go to overtime. Gretna needs a 2-point conversion in overtime to get the win 28-27. That said, here's your bracket. It's Radford and Apple and some old friends meeting up again here. Glenver and Gretna, and we'll see if the power shift does indeed happen this year or not. Class 1 football, Southwest Virginia always comes with contenders. Tonight, Royal Retreat ran into one of the best in Honaker. Let's take a look at that one as we take you on south, if you will. Just under 3 minutes left first quarter. Indians' Caleb Roberts. Short pass to Tucker Fontaine. He's in the end zone. Rural Retreat is up 7. Honaker now. Peyton Music gets the snap, decides to take this one himself. Look at the time. Look at the time he's camping out back there. And he would eventually get into the end zone after a 2-point conversion. Tigers are up 1. Second quarter now, Indians possession. Roberts is going to find Austin Umberger. He goes way up to catch the ball, and he is in for a touchdown. Tigers going to halftime down 7, but they rally in the second half to get a 30-15 win over Rural Retreat. That said, here's the 1D bracket after Rural exits, and we will await the winner of Chilhowie and Twin Springs. Scores for you in 1C. Last night, Grayson was a winner. Galax handles Bath County. As you can see, perhaps the upset of the night, Fort Chiswell over Narrows 48-19, and George Wythe advances 45-20 in what is always a wild Region 1C bracket. And I see rematch coming all the way down the line. This is going to be a fun next couple of weeks. Meantime, William Campbell blanked Franklin last night. Alta Vista all over Surrey. Dare I say they look dangerous right now. Here's your bracket, and you will see William Campbell as the 4 moves on. Alta Vista in the other bracket. It'd be nice to see both of our area teams move on.